In Dubai real estate, when we say AJ, it doesn't take a brainer. We're talking about Anthony Abou Jaoudi. I don't need too much introduction to go and discuss achievements, how it started, how he took charge in order to be the man today. I am at Prime Stay, and we will talk about business, about life, and about the personal brand itself. Anthony, thank you, Tia, for having me today at Prime Stay. I'm so happy.
Thank you for coming. I'm super happy to be on your show.
People behind the camera, they don't know that you are the one who influenced my career change from healthcare to real estate. But there is something behind this influence. May I ask you why AJ is a real influencer for the youth and for people working in real estate?
To be very honest, I've never planned to do that. I was just trying to make my career, my past, trying to become the best version of myself. And I was doing it publicly because I had this vision that in order for someone to really grow, they have to use social media. And down the line, lots of people started texting me, telling me, thank you, we appreciate your posts, they're very motivational, we would like to have a career such as yours, I work in I don't know what, and I'm gonna leave it. And I got some crazy texts, people from Africa saying, I'm leaving my country, leaving everything, coming to Dubai, and bit by bit it starts growing like a snowball. Mm-hmm. It kind of exploded in 2020 during the COVID, where I felt like life is giving me this responsibility of not being an influencer, just being an example that anyone can make it, no matter what's your background, what's your skin color, what's your religion, what's your ethnicity, whatever it is. If only you do the work and you put down the effort and whatever it takes to make it, eventually you're gonna make it.
Anthony, I believe when you talk like in podcasts or when we see you like in big events in real estate, we feel that you're talking it from the heart. And this episode is actually to show the personal brand from the heart.
The human side.
Yeah, how you describe AJ as a personal brand?
I mean, like, I cannot describe it myself. I just hear the opinion from people.
What do you hear exactly?
I hear the most common one is like, I don't want to say it myself, not to sound that I'm bragging, but what I'm just telling you what I hear from people telling me, and they all have it is in common as like, we want to be like you. And my answer is always, don't be like me, become better than me. Okay. Just try to reach your ultimate best version, and eventually you will become better than me.
So now when people call you AJ, what does it mean to you?
I don't know.
What do you see? What do you see?
Some say like, the one who mastered real estate. Last week I was doing a podcast and the guy introduced me as the Jordan of real estate, which I told him I'm very flattered to be compared like that. Some people see me as the guy who came from Beirut without anything, without no resources, without no connections, without nothing. Yeah. And the chances of this person making it was too little because the odds were really against me, and suddenly I exploded. You know what I mean? Like, everyone sees me as something different. I don't like to think about it. My main vision and my main mission is just to keep challenging myself how big I can grow, and just like showing people like, if I am doing it, everyone can do it, and everything is in front of you.
Actually, here you mentioned odds. And what people see now, and what I see in front of me, is the successful man in real estate and the entrepreneur who is now the CEO of the biggest, I would say, one of the biggest holiday homes in Dubai. Mentioning or speaking odds, is there a disappointment throughout your career that turns to be a strength for AJ?
Oh, listen, yeah, as you said, people are seeing the end result, but if you want to see my past, it was always like a bouncing ball. Like, maybe I have succeeded in 4 or 5 businesses, but I have failed with over 20, 25, and even 30. It's not all gloomy and shining as people see it. So yeah, I had tons of disappointment.
One like resonates now in your mind?
Listen, life has its own way of teaching you stuff. Like before, I used to treat people, I don't know, it wasn't in a superficial way, but I never thought that some people who come sleep at your house, eat with you, can be such kind of traitors, can sell you out for this cheap amounts of money, you know. So life really taught me, and it keeps teaching me on a daily basis. Even my year of 2022, even though I have done massive success in it, I have also done massive screw up in it. So I had the two, and I'm keep learning. I mean, like now, if you tell me, give me one example, nothing comes to my mind, but I can tell you easy, I can get 20 to 30 disappointments per year.
Okay. You mentioned the circle around you, or you've been disappointed.
Yeah.
And in your Take Charge, the book, you mentioned the triage of success: the body, the soul, and the mind.
Correct.
Okay, so if you will choose one to master the other two, what do you choose?
Listen, everything starts in the brain.
Okay.
That's the main engine of everything, of life, of the body, of everything. It all starts in the brain. Like, you can sit today and you can blame your country, you can blame, I don't know, your parents that they haven't given you a fortune, you can blame the planet, you can do whatever you want. But the second that you admit that everything that I'm going through is my own fault, and I need to change it, this will be your step number 1 of becoming a different person. Step number 2 is by sitting down, getting a piece of paper and a pen, and start writing what I would like to be. Even though that you don't have a plan, at least you want to have a vision. Yeah. Like today, I am a failure, I am a loser. I want to respect myself first. How to do that? I don't know. What do I want to be? I want to be a respectable person. I want to respect myself. I want to love myself. So you have to write this down, and later on, the more you think about it, the more you're going to be getting ideas, the more you're going to be getting inspiration, and you start building your career. But it all starts in the mind.
May I ask, okay, so you, the successful man in, real estate who thought of prime stay. Let me talk a bit of business and talking about future of holiday homes in Dubai. Prime Stay, you have of course a vision for the company. You have your strategy. What's the anticipation you have for this particular market in Dubai in the coming few years?
I mean, listen, let's be very honest. Everyone knows that this city is built into 2 categories. 50% is real estate, another 50% is food and beverage and tourism.
Yeah.
So these are the foundation of our city. This is the main attraction. This is where we get our money. No matter where the market is going, up, down, or flat, tourism will never die, and the most visited and touristic city on the planet. So when it comes to the holiday homes business, I see a massive future for it. We haven't even really started, and from here it's gonna go all the way up, maybe until 2030. Like, at least this one I can guarantee. We're gonna start seeing now different states exploding, such as Ras Al Khaimah. Abu Dhabi already is doing amazing when it comes to tourism. We're gonna start seeing Milky Way also getting, stepping up into the game. So when it comes to this tourism and the holiday homes business, it's one of the best industries to be at.
Yeah, so he mentioned 50% of the industry or of the country based on real estate. I will ask you how you differentiate prime stay from the competition in the market. So how it is unique, in what sense it is.
I'll tell you something. Prime Stay, I started the company in 2018, but since the day I came to Dubai, I fell in love with the hotel apartment business. And that's how actually I started. Because when I joined real estate, I was seeing everyone just picking up the phone, calling people, hi sir, do you want to buy, do you want to rent, do you want to sell, the most boring stuff. And I'm like, no, there must be a different way. And that's how I created my path, by just trying to find something else. And I stumbled into the hotel apartments, and to be specific, it was in JBR, and it was a huge chain, belonged to a very big family in the country called Roda Amway Suites. And Roda is all over the country, from JBR to Mourouge downtown, to in Jumeirah they have another 60 villas, Oud Mesa, and so many other properties. I have almost like 1,500 properties all over Dubai. So that's how I started, by getting these units and start leasing it and making money. And eventually I made it really big in it. I was actually making a month 40 to 50,000 dirhams. By just picking up the phone and arranging them to meet each other. I wasn't even stepping in. I mastered it in a way. And then I'm like, okay, 50,000 are good. How about to 10x it and make it to 500,000? And that's why I joined the sales in real estate, which was in the end of 2017. And to get this project exclusive, it was, everyone told me, you're crazy, you're mental, who do you think you are for them to give it to you exclusive? And I kept going, and they were rejecting me, and they were rejecting me, and I kept going and going and going, even though I had no experience on Dubai, I had nothing. But only what I had was guts and persistency. And that's what showed them, like, yes, this guy will make it. And I did great success in it. So coming back to what we're talking, I started this vision, and I fell in love with this industry in 2014, not in 2018. Now, how did I make it merge together, the real estate and the holiday homes? As you know, that most of the properties that you are renting in Dubai, you can make 5%, 6% tops if you are leasing long term. So I kept it in my mind. I'm like, Anthony, how to make yourself different than every other broker in the country, how to maximize the return for the investors and make them stick to you. Holiday homes. And then I'm like, you know what, take this viral and start create this company. And when I created the company, until date, our minimum performance per unit is 9% per year, and our best is 17% per year. And these numbers are no joke. That's why I got this massive pool of investors, and they are always like staying with me. And now I don't even send them the return back home. They were like, keep it. Whenever you find a catch or a good deal, just buy it for us. And it kept growing to become this huge snowball.
Well, you speak about Dubai throughout, how you started coming from Lebanon, the background, the history, and how you describe Dubai as a city that sells itself. I would not ask you about your passion to Dubai, because I believe this is your home, second home, your business is
my first home. It's not
your first home now, And I want to ask you, because all what you do, I would say, like, this man is a pragmatic, he has a plan for future, he's successful now, but there is a maintenance for the success. In your opinion, how AJ will maintain success in a very competitive market? There are a lot of tools and channels and a lot of people nowadays trying to, start setups in real estate and holiday homes. How Anthony will sustain success in a very competitive city as Dubai?
Doesn't matter the quantity of people who are trying to compete. It's all about the quality of the people. And I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but there is no person alive on this planet that can outwork me. Like, I'm willing to work 20 hours a day, and there's no human is willing to do it. I'm willing to do it for 6 months straight, even it's gonna get me to go to a hospital or to have a muscle spam, which I just came from a physiotherapy. So I mean, like, mentally, I'm too tough. No one can beat me, and I'm saying it super humbly. It's not I mean to disrespect anyone, but there is no one that can outwork me. So I'm willing to go all the way. I'm willing even to do it on my desperate. And I had this case, and last year, same days like now, and this will show you what kind of an obsessed person I am. It was January 11. I had a massive surgery. After 9 hours, I had pipes of blood coming all over me, and even my blood pressure went so down that the doctor told everyone, like, keep him under surveillance, and if it doesn't pick up, we have to give him a blood unit. And he was telling me, no, like, you cannot touch your phone, just stay still. And I promise you, it was the pre-release of the Peninsula. Oh. And I spoke with a person. I was on the bed, full pale, like I was white, I was about to die. And I stayed with the guy over the phone, and I pitched it to him, and I talked about the floor plans, and I picked the units for him. And he told me, okay, I need to transfer the money to you, which I knew is gonna take 72 hours to hit the bank accounts. I'm like, don't worry. I spoke with the team, prepare a check, bring it to me to the hospital, let me get it signed, paid the developer, and I ended up closing 25 million dirham worth of a sale on the bed after a surgery of 9 hours, where everyone around me was crying and going nuts. So when it comes to obsession and work, trust me, no one can beat me.
So success is your trigger to succeed more. What remains from Anthony, the young person who came from Beirut?
Nothing, zero. When I was living over there, I used to live day by day, no ambition. What really kept me okay is like I am in the same situation like everyone else around me. And by the way, speaking of, after 8 years, 2 weeks back I was in Beirut, and everyone was telling me how the situation was terrible and they're hating it. And I told them, why are you still here? It's like, it's not only me which is screwed, everyone is screwed. They still have the same mentality. They're the best people, nicest people on the planet, the most hospitable. Say whatever they want, but mentally they are really closed down in this circle, which is like, this is the situation. We have to keep up with it, we have to cope up with it, and we have to survive. Good on them, they're survivors, but what's left in me from that person who was in Lebanon? Zero, nothing.
So it is like a chapter closed, that area.
In order for me to become the person I am today, I had to transform as a human being. That human being, if we go back in time and tell him, make it again, he cannot make it. This human being which is here today, if you take everything that I have, I can remake it in 3 months. Because of the knowledge, because of my obsession, because how much I'm putting the effort and I'm learning and I want to become better. And by the way, I'm not competing with anyone. I'm just competing with myself. Where can I reach? How far can I go?
Yeah.
Where's the ceiling?
Well, I'm just like trying, to go through your words from, where we started. So you mentioned people were around you. You've been kind of, they are no more, looks like, in your life.
Yeah.
Can we say that a successful businessman is someone who should abort the social circle around in order to be successful?
Not necessary. Listen, you always need to breathe. It's not like it's about like hard work all the time, but you need to know the borders. You need to set limits. You need to just not give too much, not give more than what you have to give. You need to understand that people will be in your life for a certain reason. Some people want to be next to you because they want to have this lifestyle that you're having. Some people want to be next to you to have the title, to say even that they are your friends, because it might impress someone in their circle. And once you are leveling up, you need to change your entourage. Not everyone fits in. I still remember when I was no one, I had, hundreds of friends. And once I started leveling up in the same office where I was, the people who used to be my friends started giving me this weird looks, weird energy. They started hating on me, and I always kept down, and I'm like, why they change? I've never hurt anyone. No one ever asked me for an opinion. I didn't give the opinion, or I didn't give help, or I didn't even give money. So why they're changing with me? And bit by bit with time, I started understanding there's nothing personal with me.
Yeah.
It's personal with what I am achieving, because we are all in the same office, we have the same sources, same material, same everything, but I'm doing 10 times the result. And
It's the mindset difference.
This is where I got it. So it's nothing personal with me. Whoever you want to bring, and he's gonna be on the top spot, people will hate on him. People will call him lucky, people will call him whatever you want. Not because of him, just to justify their failure.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it. So yeah, the more you elevate, the more the circle will become smaller.
And that's why a
smaller.
Lamborghini has 2 seats.
Exactly, and it goes all the way.
So, Anthony, talking to you is really something that creates curiosity at my end, because I see, this success is a triggering success, and I see the man here looks like you reach a point where your circle is a bit narrower, but you're selecting quality of people, and you choose mind in order to control the other 2 parts of the triage of success. We talk about prime state, the competition, but I've seen a very interesting initiative of yours, which is teaching or learning. Take Charge Academy. When we talk learning, this means that you are building generations to learn from your experience, from skills that you have acquired over the years. Is this the only scope, reality, to be within the Take Charge Academy, or do you have plans for the Take Charge Academy?
It's a movement. Take Charge is a movement. It's for any person alive on this planet. Once he decides he or she wants to take charge of their life, it's a movement. So today I have an online academy where I have online courses. I passed. I have the book Take Charge, and the book is into every kind of format, including audio, Kindle, paper, hard, and even it was translated into Arabic. The new book is coming in March. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna announce the name, I'm gonna keep it as a surprise. And actually we just started a physical academy in Dubai, which is called the Take Charge Academy. It's a collaboration between myself and Dr. Anand, who is a person that I see him as an ambassador of the industry. He's has in him easy 30 years of experience when it comes to teaching, sales techniques, and so it's a collaboration between me and him, and we're starting it in January 2023.
So, did you think of a business school, not only realty? Because, it can be extrapolated.
I'll tell you what, we're teaching sales. We're teaching just sales. Yeah. And now whatever product that you're gonna be selling, it's up to you. It can be cars, it can be insurance, it can be boats, whatever it is. But now just to understand and how to become this person that can sell anyone anything, this is what we're teaching, and the rest will be up to them. Now, can I teach business? Yes, I can. But end of the day, I'm still a human being. Yeah. Already I have lots of businesses in here to manage. I have almost in my portfolio 450 properties under management, which I'm planning to double it up in 2023. I have 45 people here that's gonna hit 100 people as well in 2023. I still have my own personal life, my wife, my family. Yeah. So in order I cannot keep working like I used to work before, because before it was you want it so badly. Now I've already done it. I just need to maintain it and elevate it. So I'm willing to give as much possible from my time to try to change people's life and to see them achieving success, achieving results, becoming the best version, but I cannot go that far. End of the day, you have to pick your niche and how you want to do it. But it's not off the book in the future. Maybe after I become 40 and I get loosen up a bit of work, maybe I can do that. Yeah. So it's a possibility.
Yeah. Talking about learning experience, when we say learning, so we always think of, the youth, the Generation Z, we call them. I don't know. But now, everything is available, resources are available for the very young generation. Providing, this generation with all this information, skills, experience, the academy, so it's available. And why I'll be jumping to a question and trying to extract from what I heard, because now we are still, on the Mondial, vibes. I've heard a speech for Cristiano Ronaldo that everything is available for his son. Like he has his daddy, the skills, etc. But what he believes missing for this generation is the hunger to success. Do you agree with him?
Absolutely. And everything is now given, and now we have this massive pressure, especially on men, that not only you need to provide for your family, you need to keep up with a certain lifestyle, which is the neighbors, which is the friends, or whatever it is. And it's becoming in a way that if this man is not or cannot provide this lifestyle that they want, we see in lots of cases that this marriage or this family is ending up to be broken or ending up in divorce, which is so wrong. I do believe, like, even though if you are a millionaire or a billionaire, it's really good to give the lifestyle to your kids, but also you want them to be men. You don't want them to be, I don't know how to say a nice word, but you don't want them to be the spoiled brats. You want them to actually be men, because you never know, and God forbid if something happened to your kids, you don't want them to just go into this mental experience, or just trying to say, okay, life is too tough, I want to end my life, I want to commit suicide, or you just want them to stand up on their feet again and build, because you will never last for a lifetime. You just want to make sure that you're leaving a legacy.
Without hunger, there is no outcome.
Absolutely.
Okay, Anthony, it's the end of the year. What is a message from the expert to the realtors in Dubai, like a special message for them to start 2023?
It's not only to the realtors, I say it to everyone, and it really upsets me every year, because now you will start saying next week everyone will start posting the New Year resolution, New Year, new me, I don't do this and that, and most of this resolution will die out in January 15. Why? Because there is no actual belief in it. I mean, like, we passed through the most craziest 2 years in the humanity. I'm talking from COVID days until everything that was after it, until date that we reached. So genuinely, anyone has the ability to become whatever they want. All what you need to do, again, is a pen and a piece of paper. Sit down, write down your goals, and work towards it. And remind me, before you leave, I want to show you my notebook and everything that I have wrote down from January 2022, what I will achieve this year. I've kind of it was 10, so there was 8 which I really broke the number that I wanted, and 2 I failed doing it, which I'm gonna take them with me now to 2023, along with the other 10 that I will be putting to achieve it in next year. So anyone can do it. Again, there is tons of info and knowledge and everything that you want. They are all for free online. When I started, there was nothing online, and today
everything's available.
We have massive access to everything, so you just need to actually spend time on yourself. Sacrifice the partying, sacrifice the drinking. When you want to go drink and party, make sure that you are celebrating an achievement that you have done, and not just going to just drink and pass out and to forget all of the misery and to come back on Sunday to be doing the same scenario and repeating the same and not doing anything in life. Life is beautiful, and once you make what you want out of it, there's nothing can stop you.
It becomes more beautiful. Actually, talking to you and learning from you is, I would say, it's a special experience for myself.
Thank you. And
I believe for many who are, listening to us today. My question would be your approach. Do you think we will see, there is always, a man who succeeds in what he's doing, and there are, people who try to do. Do you think we'll see another Anthony Abou Jaoudi?
You will even see way more better than Anthony. It's not Anthony is an icon. Anthony is someone who is obsessed in what he's doing, and he will never accept failure, and I will never let anyone outwork me. But again, there will be a new generation that will be a bigger shark, that he will make me look like an amateur, and I will be very happy for him. And this is the cycle of cycle of life. Always we say whenever a shark dies out, another shark rises. So it always happens like that, and there will be way more people better than me. But again, it's all in here, and any person can do it, and there is no limit to our achievements.
Okay, Anthony, so whoever listens to you, he knows that you're speaking from the heart. Now I want to ask you about your approach and what it takes you to develop the personal brand Anthony Abou Jaoudi.
The personal brand. First of all, you need to find the identity of yourself. What are you presenting? And it can be multiple visions. Like for example, now when I go to a developer office, everyone knows Anthony here is to make a bulk deal.
Yeah.
It's not coming here to sell 1-2 units. It's minimum 10 to 30, 40, 50. This is as a developer. When I come meet clients, my brand is like, with all due respect, maybe you're coming here to buy 1-2 properties. I have over 20.
Yeah.
So make sure that you have the intent to purchase a property, or don't even sit down with me. Mm-hmm. When it comes to my colleagues, my personal brand, it's like, this is like the encyclopedia, or this is the Google of real estate, or any questions that you want to come to him. Again, that's why I'm telling you, when you want to do a personal brand, first of all, find yourself an identity, what you're going to present, and make sure to share it as much as possible online. Most of the people, they are worried, what will this person say, or how do I look in this video, or did I do good on that? No one cares, and no one is paying your bills, and it doesn't matter. Doing videos is like when you start walking. You know, when kids start walking, so first they will fall on the right side, then they will do a balance on the left, they will fall on the balance, then they will find their balance and start walking, or like riding bicycle or whatever. It's a practice. Definitely your first few videos are gonna be terrible. If you see my first few videos, you will burst laughing. You will like, really? And you still posted it? And I posted it because no one is paying my bills. I wanted to create this image, and I have done it.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to start, just make sure everyone knows about you. I don't know if you, from the audience, if you have my book, but there's a chapter that says the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So make sure everyone knows about you, and make sure also to make connections and the right people. Make connections with bankers, make connections with luxury cars people, luxury boats. These guys are meeting people, millionaires, billionaires, who are coming to buy their product, and they are your potential client. Don't just sit down, wait for this lead that is coming from the Insta ad or the Google ad or the YouTube, and wait for this lead to try to close, and then say, oh, real estate is too hard. Just think outside of the book. And if you need any help when it comes to real estate content, I have my book, I have my academy, and don't worry, even if you don't afford it, I'm willing to give it to you as a present, just to become the best version of yourself.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. I learned a lot from you. I'm sure we'll meet soon.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.